Coach Casey today, admittedly, it wasn't his best game the other night. What do you expect from him in game number 2?
I mean, I had a little chat with him at the end of practice, coincidentally in line with your question. Am I mic'd up out there? No, I'm just kidding. But quite honestly, you know, everybody had their first game in one of our first 2 games, and it's always after a long grinding summer of off-ice work, interesting to see how your body then comes into the games, and I think he's settling down. He looked really good today in practice, and I spoke to his skills on the power play today. You could see what he's capable of, and just speaking with him about going out and playing today and having fun. And I think he's maybe was a little tight the first game, and let's hope he loosens up and lets us see you know, the way he can play.
I believe we went around Tage last year, but
No.
it seemed like he had a very productive summer, packed on a lot of muscle, was
Yeah.
confident. But can you tell that just being around him that he had a productive summer and he's changed a little bit?
Well, again, the word change would be difficult for me to speak about, as you just said. You know, you can watch 1,000 videos on a player. It's so different when you practice and coach him on the bench during a game. It's amazing because you know the information that's going to him, and then you watch the behavior and it's different. Otherwise, I don't have that information, right? And what I like so far is the commitment he's shown and the ability he's shown to use his body and to play a big man game, you know, and he's obviously got more muscle to back that up, and we're excited to see the next step here tonight.
Morgan is a stay-at-home physical defenseman.
Yes.
But I've noticed in the prospects and here, it seems like he's activating maybe a little more, or maybe pinching more.
Yeah.
Have you asked him to do more of that?
Well, that's generally in our game. I mean, I've spoken to you about the aggressive defense we'd like to play, and it doesn't mean always running over everybody wildly without any type of plan. It's a structured kind of pressure on the other team, and players like Will are really helpful to bring that into fruition here, you know, and I think we're way further ahead than I expected after 2 games in the commitment to play that game without the puck. And again, you've picked a good example of somebody who gets that aggressive gap that we're looking for.
Did John Gilmore grab your attention with that goal on Monday night at Penn State? And what are your thoughts on how he played in the defensive zone in particular? We know what he can do with the speed and skill.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very upbeat personality, first of all, and he's you know, he's quite relaxed in his approach to this battle that he's going in, you know, in the competition that he's in right now. Of course, the goal caught everybody's attention, but for us right now, it's more important for us to see what the defensemen are doing in the complete game. You know, it's nice with the puck, but we need to first of all get a strong defensive foundation here, which we can then explode out of, hopefully, and John shows that potential. So we're excited to work with him here, and again, seeing him in action today.
What kind of test does this shake up to be with Matthews suiting up for Toronto tonight for a lot of these guys?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the focus on the opposition is minimal. It's all about us right now. It's all about our game. It's all about the way we play. We're not looking at matchups as far as lines are concerned, deep pairs and so on. We're just rolling it to get everybody into every situation. We'd like to see every line go up against him. I know him very well from back in the Swiss days when he played a full season there, and you know, he's an outstanding player, and we have a lot of respect for him. But here, this is all about us. It's about getting our game together and understanding what we need to do in a couple of weeks to get points.
Do you want to get Venus the full game?
So we are definitely going to play him longer than in the last game, but that'll be an in-game decision then whether he goes all the way.
What do you watch for from a guy like Ristolainen as he adjusts to the new ice?
No, I mean we're pleased to see his number one, his maturity. You can feel that he's played a very responsible game in his world that he's come from, and I thought he's done quite well here in leaving a mark. We look forward to seeing him today on the wing with Cousins, see how he can support that role, and to see, you know, his ability to move from the center to the wing and so on. But thus far, he's another one that's definitely putting pressure on the group.
We talk about that a lot, the differences between the rinks and Europe. And
Yeah.
You know it better than most. How much of a difference is
Yeah. It's a huge difference. I mean, it's hundreds of square meters of ice. And in Finland, the advantage Ruotsalainen has is the rink is right in between the international regulation and the North American. So they're the smallest rinks in Europe, but they're 2 meters instead of 4 all the way across, 12 feet. You know, so they're only 6 feet across, a little bit wider. the other rinks quite a bit more than that. But it's a big game. The thing is that in Europe, a lot of the game ends up in that extra ice, which is a long way from the net, and it really spreads things out. And here you're automatically pushed closer to the danger zone, closer to the scoring areas, and for him, I think he's so far showed courage to be able to go there and to play there. But that's the biggest adjustment you make, is everything gets tighter, you get hit quicker, you got less time and space, and you just in Europe again. And that's one of the problems some North American team, Canada, Team USA have, is they go over to Europe and they actually end up playing in that extra ice, which is completely against their nature. And for him, it's the opposite switch. He's got to get used to playing in the tight ice.
What kind of role do you envision for Connor Sherry? He's a guy who obviously has had a lot of success on
Yeah.
scoring lines over his career.
I mean, he had a big impact on the first game. I thought, with the goal and then the play to Jack in overtime, it might have looked easy from above, but it's, the clock's ticking down. You got 10 seconds to go. You got to make that pass. And overall, he showed, he showed the ability to play on different sides. I think he can definitely play left or right side, and seems to be a player that'll add value to any line he's on. But he gives us an interesting game. Just getting to know these guys more and more every day, and look forward again to pushing him into some very important roles tonight.